object on 5.5a, and this is, see me, 5.5a, this is number 4. All right, this is like a little disc thing, like something you might see on a car, disc brake or something, but it has this shape with some holes all around it, okay? And it really, what it wants us to do is just build this shape and then put a construction line, I don't know if you see that red line underneath, and dimension it and then revolve it. And you're going to get this shape, and then we are going to actually put our little um, our hole there, and then just do a circular pattern. And then we're also going to make this little notch right in here. Okay, so let's get started. Let's make this shape, which looks like a backwards L. Okay, and make it any way you want. You can follow me and do it. But this is going to be create document. Come on, 5.5 a number 4. Hit create. And we're going to do a backwards L. Sketch on the front side. Move it around. Take a line. Start from the center. Boom, boom, boom. Again, backwards L. Really a basic shape. And see how it highlights so we know it's a profile. Hit escape. And let's look at our dimensions. Oh, actually, before we do that, let's put a line right underneath. Okay, I just put a line underneath, same sketch. Notice I only have one sketch. If you have more than one sketch, delete those and just do everything that I just did here in just one sketch. All right, and then we're going to left click on the line and we're going to hit construction. All right, so let's look at what we've got so far. Go over here. I've got a construction line. I've got this shape. All right, so the first thing I'm going to measure is the width of the bottom, which is 1 inch. So let's go back to this. All right, and I'm going to hit D, and I'm going to hit the bottom here. Left click again, 1, and hit enter. Okay, so all that did was make the base of my backwards L 1 inch. And then there's a lot of dimensions based off of the construction line. So notice that this one right here, the one from the construction to there is 0.375. So let's take this, hit D. No, actually I already had D, but if you turned it off, go back and do the construction line to the bottom. All right, so I hit the construction line to the bottom. I'm going to type in 0.375, enter, and notice how it moves the line right up to that L. That was dimension number 2. Now I'm going to dimension from the actual. What do I want to do? Let's do the width of this first. Let's do the width from here to there, 0.5. So if I go back here and I say the distance from this line, I left click to that line, left click again, hit 0.5. That now made the width of that 0.5. And the height from here, the construction line to the top of this line is 1. All right. So let's go from the construction line to this line. Notice I'm not hitting a corner. I'm hitting the center of that line. And notice where my arrows are. That's 1. All right. Almost there. And then if I come over here, look at this. The height from the construction line, right, all the way up to the top here is 2.5. So from the construction line, not the bottom here, construction line to there. Oops, didn't do it. So I'm going to hit escape, hit D again, and go construction line to there. You can see sometimes it just freaks out. So I'm going to move it out to the left, type in 2.5, and notice how it pulls it up. So that should be exactly dimensioned perfectly. All right, we got this thing perfectly dimensioned, and we are going to revolve this shape around the construction line. So all we're going to do is go over here and hit finish, hit revolve, okay, this shape, hit revolve axis around that line, and then hit OK. And look what you've got. Look at that beautiful thing. All right, we just revolved all that bad boy, and we got this shape. Okay, so now we are going to put this circle. We've got to try to center this circle. And it says 1.65. This is something, it might be an error in the dimension, because it doesn't look like this is going right to the center. It looks like it's doing from the middle here, which I don't like. But let's see what we have to do. We'll make it look right. So first thing I'm going to do is do a sketch on the flat side of this disc. Okay, and then I like to view normal so it comes right in front of me like that. And then I'm going to take a construction line, but first I'm going to do a line. I'm going to do a line from the center here, okay? Hit escape. So there's just one line. I didn't dimension anything yet. And then I'm going to left click on the line, and then I'm going to pick construction line. I'm just going to make a construction. This is just going to be helpful to find the center of this thing that I'm doing here. So I'm going to hit D, and I want to do the center to that. I'm going to type in 1.65. Is that what it gave me? Yeah, and this is where I think like it's a little off. It looks like it's not in the center. So you see how that says 1.65? That's really not in the center. And I think they added another 0.5 to. Let's try 1.7. So let's go back to that and double left click on that. Let's make it 1.7 and see what happens. Still doesn't look right. Let's make it 1.75. That looks better. All right. So really the distance from the center to there, I think let's just make it 1.75. I think that looks perfect. Looks perfectly centered. And if we did a measurement of that, we would probably see that, like I could do that just to prove it to you. But if I wanted, this is my little measuring tape down here. So I could actually measure from there to there. It should be. I did select the entities to measure. Why did it not measure that? Oh well. Try it again. It should be 3.5 from there to there. I did select the entities to measure. Somehow it's not allowing me to do it. Okay. Boom. Boom. Excuse me. Oh well. We'll just have to trust it. So I'm going to put a circle right at the end of that. And I believe that is 0.5. I just put it as 0.5. Let me just make sure. Yep. 0.5. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just extrude that hole all the way through. Okay. So I'm going to go extrude. I'm going to hit that circle. It's going to come out, but I want to hit remove. And then I want to hit where it says blind all the way through. And then I'm going to hit OK. Now this is the cool part. So we've got that pretty much done. That looks really good. And I'm going to come back over here to that's linear pattern, and I'm going to do another circular pattern. Circular. Now be careful here because we can't just pick this yet. Part means this whole part. If you click on part, we want feature. All right, we want to actually take this feature. So you got to turn it a little bit, get it in an angle, and just pick that feature. See how it just selected that feature? Your axis, click that over there, and then just click the outside edge. And that is going to put 4 in. We want 10, so type in 10. Boom. And that is pretty much done, except for our little notch that goes down here. So what we're going to do is do a sketch on this flat piece right there. Okay. And right click, view normal, so it comes right in front of me. And I'm going to take a aligned rectangle. Okay. And what that really means is I can come down inside here and I can left click there and left click there, and it aligns. Okay. So that you can make a little notch that goes, that goes up in here. So it doesn't really give us the size of it. So let's scroll in a little bit. So I just actually popped that in. I'm going to pull it. See what I'm doing? I'm just kind of making a little, pulled it over, and I grab this and I'm pulling it down just a little bit. That looks pretty good. This is just a little notch that's going to hold it in here. I'm going to hit extrude. I'm going to scroll into that. Mine is a little slow tonight, and I'm going to pick that notch. There it is. And then we're going to hit remove. And we're going to hit all the way through. And hit OK. And there you go. There's your little notch that you have in there. I've got that. I'm going to turn off my work planes and my origin. And I am going to make it a color. And we're done. So edit and make it a color. Ooh, that's ugly. That's uglier. That's better. All right. There you go. There's your part number 4, I think. And yeah, part number 4. And we're going to just finish out of that and be done.